Hi, this is Mr. McConley, Intro to Agriculture. And today we're going to talk about Miss Rose here. Miss Rose is a cow that is going to give birth soon. She was bred about 283 days ago, so our first indication that it's time for her to give birth is the due date that we wrote down in our calendars. But then besides that, because that can vary, babies, calves can come early or late. Besides that, we're looking for some other signs. So some of the things we've noticed with Rose is that she wants to kind of separate herself. And because she wanted to separate herself, we helped her out with that. We actually made a little area here in the barn that she can, be by herself with other cows not bothering her. And we put down, come around here, we put down some bedding on the floor. And the bedding on the floor is so that if she wants to give birth anywhere in that area, she can do so. And the calf will, instead of being plopped in the mud outside, the calf can have a nice spot to be born. Some other indicators are, if we move around to the back a little bit, we can, and she's not doing it right now, but before, a few minutes ago, she was constantly swooshing her tail around. And in fact, she has tried to reach around and kind of lick her hindquarters, and indicating that something feels weird to her. So she's feeling a pushing back there. If we look down carefully, her udders are very swollen. Can you see that on the camera? Her udders are very swollen because they're filling up with milk. So her body's preparing for the baby that'll be coming out and producing milk. And the other thing we noticed when yesterday, right before we brought her in here, she was actually having contractions. So she stood up from outside, and then we noticed that we could see her muscles, especially towards her rear end, all flexing and releasing. So we were seeing her having contractions. And so we realized it's time to get her separated so that she could do her thing. Now normally, she's done this enough times, she'll be able to do this herself, and she'll be just fine. But we are going to keep an eye on her, and we check her every few hours. Even last night, the Farmer Andrew and Farmer Thomas came over and checked her in the middle of the night to make sure that everything was going all right and that she wasn't having problems, and she seemed happy enough. But I think we're getting closer and closer, and I'm also seeing, the last indicator that I'm noticing is in her midsection in her belly. Yesterday it was sticking out, bulging way out. She looked very heavy in the middle, and you notice that is changing. So now her sides are looking kind of flat, and what's happening most likely here is that the baby is turning itself and getting ready for delivery. So the calves will come out front feet and head first, and the baby's rearranging itself. So you notice that she's carrying her weight differently. So that's the last indicator. So what we'll do here is we'll keep checking Miss Rose throughout the day, every couple hours, making sure she's all right. And hopefully we'll be here when the calf arrives, and I'll be able to get a video of it. So for now, Mr. McConley, Intro to Agriculture.